Hey guys, welcome back to Dak Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to draw a block style font. Real simple, it's not as hard as you would think. The first thing you're going to do is whatever letter you are going to write that out. I'm doing the word block, right? So simply just write out the word you want to do. Simple. Now, using that, you can find the line, really lightly write it out. You can find the lines, and you're going to use your ruler and draw. Every line is going to be straight. So the back of the B is straight line. There you go. And you see I have my top and my bottom lines already drawn out. You can draw those before you start. Then you're going to figure out how you're going to want this. So for the B, it's curving, so we're going to do two straight lines like this. You want these two lines to be parallel up here by the B. So you're just going to draw one light straight line like this. So you know where you're going to put your next one. We're going to do the top one here so you know where it's coming from. Alright. You're going to do a little triangle here. And just connect these two lines there. And your top lines. And you have your B, first letter. L's very easy. The hardest part of the L is just making them straight, to be honest. And your ruler does most of that work. You know what I'm saying? This one's going to be a light line as well. And the light lines is just so everything is parallel in the letters. And then when you can draw it connecting. That. And a straight line back down to your baseline. And then you darken up the line that you already drew. Darken the top, darken the bottom. And there's your L. Next letter, real simple. You can do what I did here in the O, or you could just make a whole square O. You can start out like this with two parallel lines. And you can do corners like this. And you notice I'm not making them all even because I'm not going for like perfect. For me personally, I want it like this is more of a street block letter, but if you would, not uniform, but if you want it to be straighter, all you got to do is make sure these two are parallel, and you got simple block letters. C to the corners of the C right here. Boom. But I think it has a cool effect when they're not even, so that's why I'm not doing it like that. And the K. Really, the only reason you draw them out is just so you know where the letters are going. Like, I know it's easy for you to say, oh, I know how to spell. I know what the letters look like. I can do that. But it's way simpler when you just write it on the page and just copy what you already written. There's less room for error that way. See, that's where I messed up. But if you mess up and you just draw one line and you forget to do the parallel ones for the really straight lines, just make sure you line it up evenly next time around. I'm not really too worried about it because, again, this is more of a crazy style. But every block lettering has the same style in order for you to get your little 3D outlines. Let's add the inside of this. I'm going to do this freehand. And for the O as well. For the B, I'm gonna do like this. For the inside of any letters, it's just simpler for you just to follow the inside of the thing. It'll always look right. If you follow the outside of this matches the outside, the line closest to it, it's always gonna look right. It's always gonna look fine. So then, now that you have your block base, I like to call it, the next thing you gotta do is figure out which direction is your viewpoint. So I'm gonna put this point here. I'm gonna put a point right here. I'm gonna draw lines just connecting towards that direction to that dot relatively. It's just gonna go in that direction relatively. So what you're doing is basically, you see the dots over here. If you line it up like this, and you set this next one here to the dot, this next one here to the dot, the inside of the line, the inside that you see to the dot, inside here that you see to the dot. You do that, then you come back in and you just draw a straight line, connect straight line, straight up or down or across, and you just connect them like that. You've created a block letter, right? Relative to that. That is the simplest way I can tell you to do it. Now, when you get good and you just want it to look a certain type of way, it don't really matter if it's actually towards a viewpoint. It's just the viewpoint you want. What you can do is just erase this. Like, this to me doesn't look good at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this. Because I have my relative, like, I relatively know that I want the lines to go that way. The outside 3D brick to go that way. So I'm gonna just draw here, and move this out the way, this ruler, and connect it myself relative to what I think it should look like. And I shape it the way I think it should look like to what I'm drawing. That normally only works if you, like I said, I did this kind of wonky, so it's not going to work as well for me because I went for a crazier style. Just to show you guys it can be done with multiple styles. It's just a basic look for everything else. But for you, if you do everything parallel and straight, all the block letters are straight already, and you didn't freehand most of it or go, do intersecting lines like I did, it'll work for you perfectly. You just pick a relative spot. You can even do that where you put a dot right here and have them go towards that viewpoint, the whole thing. But like I said, now I'm gonna show you why. Like now, what I'm doing right here is gonna make more sense if I just draw these back lines here. See what I'm saying? Like you can always reshape it to look how you want it to look. Still. Alright, now I'm done with that. You're gonna get your outliner and you're gonna make your definitive lines. Everything you wanna keep, you're gonna trace. So next, I'm gonna kick this in the time lapse and I'll be right back. You color it in right there. And that's how you draw a block style font. Hope this helped you, and thanks for watching. Have a nice day, guys.